up, my people? Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. How we doing? How we doing after a weekend with Mother's Day? So many things going on. What do we do for Mother's Day, guys? Good morning, couch. Good morning, couch. We've got Robbie here. Thank you so much for showing up. David, you are our mainstay. David, I love you. Good stuff. MP always showing up too. Thanks, guys. You're at IHOP? Is someone at IHOP? Oh, it's breakfast ad. That's what it is. Got it. What do we get at IHOP these days? What happens? I don't know the last time I was at an IHOP. They put an IHOP here in Manhattan. It was next to one of the colleges over here at Pace University in downtown. It's like in the financial district. I don't know if they did anything, but they also had, I don't know if this is all over the place, but it was like, there was a really expensive plate. It was like a high quality, I don't know, like gold foiled something. Jason's in Mexico. He's not. He's just going with some Spanish. I think Jason, I think your school is largely, what percentage is Spanish, isn't it? Or is that one of your old schools? I forget what that was. So, all right. So we got Mother's Day. What did I see here? Breakfast, fave meal. Breakfast is, I've been having a hard time. We'll come back to this with my meals and love for cooking. But we'll come back. We'll come back to that. Yeah, and those commercials. We got to get rid of those commercials sometimes. IHOP expensive plates. Costing breakfast to the family. Oh my God, are you serious? $130. How many is that? 5? 4? It's crazy. I feel like nothing's really cheap anymore. Is that what we're looking for, though? Because we're not looking for cheap. Who knows? All right. So, got Mother's Day. Had 5. Family of 5. Crazy. A little close to like $30 a person at that point, huh? Wow. IHOP's supposed to be cheap. That was like I went to school down south, in South Carolina. I was down there. And so it was Waffle House. But I never really went to Waffle House sober. So I never really knew what the prices were. I just knew that you could order anything. It never felt like it was a hit to your wallet. So maybe we just have to just get rid of the IHOPs and just bring in the Waffle Houses. Although there are some crazy videos. Have you ever seen a Waffle House video like late at night? It gets crazy. Mother's Day. Just want to make sure we touch on this because it's so important. I know, but Mother's Day questions. When did the kids start taking care of doing Mother's Day? But it's us, and I'm glad to do it, and it's good. But it's on my mind. Sometimes I've had a goal recently. My goal has been to, and I'm doing really great with it actually, but I've been trying to think about more than 4 days in advance. That was my thing. It would become like Monday and I couldn't think like the weekend ahead. And the hardest thing was like helping plan, because Lauren, my wife, is a planner. I'm less of the planner, but I wanted to be the planner. And so my goal was like, I got to figure this out. And it's been really good. But when it comes to things like Mother's Day, now May is tough. I don't know. Does anyone else have this kind of thing where it's a dual, or at least like maybe there's 3, maybe 4, who knows? Someone recently had this, it was 3, but 3 things going on in May. It's Lauren's birthday. I'm sorry, 2 things, right? So it's Lauren's birthday and it's also Mother's Day. So it's just like, never know, like, do you go over the top for both or just one, or how does it work out? But it's like, I realized, and something I have to change. You guys let me know. Do you guys feel this way? I feel like everything has to be a surprise. Your gift is a surprise. What we do is a surprise. It needs to be something I keep secret until that moment. Then it needs to be such a big show. And that stops me from being able to plan ahead, because I'm like, okay, if I plan ahead, then it's not going to feel special, and then I'm not going to be able to do this. But the thing that I've been trying to kind of break down more is just like, no, just ask and know and plan it. And just the planning, I think, is the thing. So I know for Mother's Day, so you like, does that resonate with you guys? It's like, stop making it so hard, because then I can't think ahead. But the thing was, Mother's Day, for the past 3 or 4 years now, it's been Mother's Day is get Broadway tickets for Sloan, my oldest, and Lauren. That's what they want to do. Great. Let's do it. Awesome. So I got to find it. Now, my special thing is that I always want to, Jason, why do you need the link? Totally fine. I'll send it to you, but why do you need it? Instead of you just signing on. Hold on, give me 1 second. I just got to get it. There you go. Yeah. So anyway, don't make it a surprise. Just do it. Yeah. So like, David, you feel this way? Like, it's like the surprises are kind of known anyway. So just gotta make it happen. Okay. And okay, MP's here too, right? We got Mother's Day, your birthday, yearly golf event. Yeah, and you and your brother must be great at golf, or at least know way around a golf course. I know you guys really do it well. Where are you?
Hey, man. I'm in Colorado,
Are you okay?
Mountain State, Mountain Time. Yeah.
Oh, you're leaving.
Nope, just leaving the gym. I I wasn't going to check in, but then I did because you were talking about May being a fairly celebratory month, and same for me.
I'm gonna take a breath. Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna stop walking here in a second.
You're making me feel out of breath right now.
It's the leg day today. Oh, okay, all the butt stuff. Yeah, so I really connected with what you were talking about how you want to plan, you want the kids to plan, you want to kind of wrap them in what exactly you're doing. Yeah, we got kind of like you have Lauren's birthday, we got our anniversary, then we got Mother's Day. Between that, we got Teacher Appreciation Day.
Oh.
And then I'm sure something else is happening this week.
Hold on. Can I just stop you for a second? Is Teacher Appreciation Day really a tough one to deal with? Or are we just throwing it in, just to throw it in?
No. I had all my students make cards for other teachers, and some of them made cards for me. So that was nice.
Good stuff, man. No, I mean, very important day. I just wanted to, is it a heavy lifting one? I don't know.
When you share the appreciation and you join in that instead of expecting it, it goes much smoother. But yeah, having the kids jump in on the planning of things, like I remember I tried that, I think maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. Kira was only maybe 6 or 7, and I remember like, okay, it's Mother's Day. What do you guys want to do? And my 5-year-old and 7-year-old are like, should we get candy? And I'm like, okay. And that didn't go too well. But this year, I'm always kind of like you. I'm trying to plan better. I would say, the love in my heart for my wife, my wife and mother, goes a lot farther than my planning abilities. But this year I had the girls do most of the deciding and gift buying. So I was more facilitating. Nice. I want them to kind of know what Mother's Day is. I think that's kind of where you were heading with what you were saying. And I would say it went well. I think I probably could have set things up a little bit earlier. I was doing a lot of like prep work and kind of cooking when I probably could have done it maybe the day before.
So what is this sweet spot though? Because I would love to know when I'm behind, right? So it's like, is 2 days before the event or the holiday, is that too soon? Is it too late? Like, okay, yeah, there's going to be nuance with this, right? There's going to be some situational stuff, but like 2 days ahead, are we already too late? Does it have to be 2 weeks? Like, what are you thinking?
Fine. Here's the sweet spot, Ryan.
Where's that?
I've known this for years and still have yet to act on it. Is you ever like you're planning something or like you're actually like putting them into effect, like, oh, that would have been a great idea if I did this. I'll try to remember this next year. If you give yourself enough time to like actually do those last minute things that you kind of think about, I would say that's the sweet spot.
Got it. I'm also going to say this, and this is now habitual, is that I feel as if I show up as the best person in many situations where my back's against the wall. So it's like, I mean, this is just a larger thing.
Same. I'm there too.
It's like my creativity spikes, like if it's like last minute. And this is going back until I was like I'm just young. And so it's kind of that thing that I'm like, I gotta make sure that like I'm planning this, but like I just kind of wish that I accepted the fact that I'm gonna get it done, but then it's just 2 weeks of stress, and then that ends up stopping other things from getting planned. So anyway, I think what we can do now, why don't we move on from this thought, because it's past Mother's Day. And I
It is.
think it's
Well,
good.
because now that Mother's Day is over, now we can start planning for next year's Mother's Day.
Not yet.
So
Just hold on to that anxiety. That's what you do.
Here's my last thought on what you just said. Yeah, I currently say that I'm extremely creative in the last minute, which
Yeah.
could possibly be true, or it could be you're just so relieved to actually have an idea that anything will work. There's a sweet spot between those two thoughts too.
Yeah. What is UFOS? UFOS? Should I know this? I feel like I should know this. Is it a
I'm
typo?
gonna say a snack.
Shared UFOS. I don't know. My first thought was shoes. I don't know why. Like when
The loofahs, the shower sponge.
I don't know. I just saw it and my brain went shoes, and I was like, they're not sharing shoes, Ryan. So then I just figured I'd ask, which is also something I have to be better at. If I don't know what you're talking about, I got to ask. Most of the time, I'm like, okay, God, I should know this. And then in my head, the whole time you're talking, I'm like, I should know this. Why don't I know this? I'm going to hang on to this thought, and then like, I'm done. Anyway, so Mother's Day was good. I thought it was really nice. I felt very accomplished. We got a great video put together with a few dads in the community. Dads, not even dads, not all dads, just men within the VFriends community, which I thought was really great. I made a horrible oversight. Someone that I love and appreciate so much and sent me his video really early. I forgot to add his video. And he called me out on a live stream last night. And so I signed off. And then I texted him and I was like, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. And so Teacher, Tom, thank you so much for sending your video. It was a great video. I just gotta say, I love Tom, because there's Tom and then there's Teacher. Teacher is like online personality is like amazing. I love how he's such an intelligent guy because he's funny. And I think the funniest people in the world are the smartest people. And I will die on that hill. Anyway, Teacher, I love you. So sorry. I forgot your video. Felt so bad. But we got it. And so I got it. I made myself tear up. Whenever I make something, it's a waste of time unless someone cries. If someone cries, good. Like that has to happen. Like if I do a compilation, something like if no one cries, it's a waste. Back to the drawing board, tear it down. And so I kind of made myself tear up, and I was like, "That's great, man. Good job." I was like talking to myself. It felt really good. So it was definitely good. It turned out really well. But again, it was like a back against the wall. But like not that I planned it. It was just that I overscheduled myself this week, and I'm still catching up. Anyway,
sometimes in lieu of planning, you find that really magical thread where the pressure of the upcoming event pushes your brain to be the best.
Yeah.
And you figure out the combination where it connects a little bit deeper than just getting something done. I've been there before. As a lifelong procrastinator, I have also made myself cry out of happiness, but also out of frustration.
We got issues, man. It's okay.
We all got issues. Issues like tissues.
We got issues. Jason, I thought this was good. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Do you think that we're raising our kids for life? Or do you think that we're raising our kids for like LinkedIn? Do you think that we're raising our kids for accomplishments? Are we asking our kids enough about how they feel with what they've been able to do? Or I really had to ask myself this because I know that it's like the thing I try and do. And so if no one read today, that's cool. But it was all about, was it Diana Ross and was it her daughter, whoever it was. But it was more or less about this, about like when your kid shows up from school, are you asking your kid what was their grade? How did they do on it, right? You're kind of looking for these like accolades. You're looking for these, accomplishments here. But the one thing that I have to look back at this now. Was it Diana Ross or her daughter?
It was Diana Ross talking to her daughter.
Oh, okay.
Which what was going on. They would finish. I forget what the event was, but they would get in the car, and we'll assume it's Diana Ross talking to her daughter, but
Tracy's her daughter.
Tracy. She would ask Tracy how it went. How did you feel you did?
Did you do your best? She'd say. Did you do your best? How do you feel about it, Tracy? Tracy's the name. So you have to say angry
about it. And
Tracy.
Sometimes kids just don't know how they feel about it. I think we do that very well. This is one of the readings where I'm like, okay, we're on the straight and narrow with this particular page. We're nailing it. We are definitely asking our daughters. We are checking in with them. Sometimes we even model what that might sound like. Kira with soccer, Junie with horses, Hazel with upcoming T-ball. They're all challenges that we were hoping to teach life skills. Kira, games go great. We had a super soccer weekend, which I'm very thankful for. And like we won games. We won all the games, but a lot of what me and Coach Steve talked about was what's one thing that you're going to work on. Because we had a game that we're expected to be pretty good. We did get up by a lot. So we're like, now we're going to choose something to work on. What's something that we're failing with? What's a position that you play that you're not sure how it goes? We switched everything up for some appreciation. They could, like, defensive positions could appreciate offensive positions and all that jazz. Junie with horses. Sometimes you just got to go when you don't feel like going. You gotta stick to your commitments. And Hazel, as a 6-year-old, T-ball, I feel like is going to be a hilarious shit show, but being part of a team is something that we're going to teach her.
That's great. How do you think Hazel responds to that question of like how she feels? How do you feel?
Nope.
Are you proud of yourself? She's not going
to say, I don't feel like going. I want to watch my show. And I'm going to assume that most practices will be taking her in tears, but we will move through that.
Got it. I didn't realize that she would be so not wanting to go. Surprising me.
I think she needs like 2 good experiences. How about you? What's your connection to this page?
My connection to this page is what you said before about because I love to ask the questions about how do you are you proud of yourself? How do you feel? But start your car.
Second.
Nice. Got it. Show us some mountains. About the word, like they just don't know maybe what the word is. So, because kids only have so much vocabulary. And so it actually brings me back to a thought yesterday. But because I definitely want to teach my girls this. My 4-year-old probably doesn't really care to think about that as much, but like, how did you do? How do you feel? Like all that kind of stuff. Like she'll say a few things and that's cool. My oldest probably can be good with this as well. But I think that the words of like beyond like, I feel good, I think it's kind of tough. So something in particular, and I don't want to like overstate this and belabor this point because I made it yesterday about like, I think VeeFriends kind of giving us a language in some kind of way. Now, not like a new language, but just like a way to communicate. And so that's like with
focused language.
Well, I think like with like, the characters and that kind of stuff too. It's like if we want to ask them like, how do you feel you did? Like they could end up pulling out some cards, right? They could end up kind of looking at them and seeing some feelings, right? Seeing like all of these human conditions like set up with these cute characters, whatever it is. And so, bold. Like I felt really bold. Like that's cool. Like you felt bold. Pull out the bat. If it's something where they felt, I don't know, I have this like intuitive iguana sitting in front of me right now, but it's like I felt intuitive. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I'm getting at. And so I think it's a really cool moment to try and teach kids like what these feelings, what these like emotions really are. So I think for me to teach my kid, because I actually asked her yesterday about like I asked her something and she was like, oh, I felt good. I was like, oh, is there a different word you can use? Can we just kind of talk about it a little bit more? I was like, give me like 3 different words. And she was like, great, cool, and wonderful. I was like, all right, like, yeah, you gave me what I wanted and I love that. Thank you so much. But then I asked her kind of jokingly, I was like, have you ever heard of a thesaurus before? And she said no, obviously, and we kind of stopped the conversation. But it would be so cool if we kept kind of building out some of these, thoughts. And I think I'm probably going to try and use these cards a little bit more to say, hey, is there something within, these 5 cards that you can kind of connect with instead of connecting with like the grade or something like that? Like, I feel really bad that I don't like that. I don't like to say that. Now that I feel bad, my oldest loves gymnastics. Now, at the moment that she is in her skill level, she's not the best. She doesn't have to be the best. That's not the point of this. But I know that she wants to be better than she is, but there is a little bit of a fire inside of her that's like missing. Like it's like that moment of like where you have to see her like really dig deep to try and get that last move, that last skill that she wasn't able to get, but she just kind of goes through the motions a little bit and just kind of hopes it happens. And so like we're trying to teach her that a little bit, Lauren and I. So it is kind of tough.
Ownership otter. She just has to be a little ownership otter. She's gonna hit one point where she either decides that she's into this and she makes her connection beyond you, beyond making you guys happy in gymnastics. That might be a moment of anger or success, but you got to own it like an otter.
Yeah, that's not a character, but that's okay. I love where your head's at.
I just made my own. I can play this game too.
No, it's not a character. Stop it. It's optimistic otter. There's no ownership otter. That's not a human condition.
Oh,
ownership
sorry, ocelot. Ocelot. Ownership ocelot.
It's happening again. So sad. Dylan, I love this, right? I want to share a thought too. Dylan says, in quotes, he asks his kids this, right? Or kid, Dylan asks, so sorry, I forget if we're at multiple at this point. What new thing did you do with your hands today? Love it. Love it.
That's a
great question. That's great. I love that. We need that, right? I love to ask my kids, what was your favorite smell today? Or who had the best smile that you saw? These like questions that they're like, Dad, you're crazy. Like, but those are the good questions, right? Because I really don't care of how was your day, right? Because there's so many emotions that go through. There's no way that they're going to be able to describe that so quickly. So it's just a way to kind of break it up and kind of them think differently. So what a great reminder. Thank you so much, Dylan. I definitely appreciate that. Maybe it's a Turner thing. Who knows? So. Who knows? But it's good. Anyway, good thing. Are we building our kids out for life or for accomplishments and LinkedIn? Don't build your kids for LinkedIn. Build them for life. That's where we're at. So that's a good reminder. We are at the top of the hour. I know we're a little bit short today. It's at 25 minutes. Jason, I can't hear you. I think you're still connected to your car. I'm gonna mute you until you're back. You let me know if you fix that issue. I'll keep checking in. Nope, not fixed. Anyway, guys, what was this, David? David, you let me know. Adults fake until, yeah, totally. I mean, the biggest lie. There it is. The biggest lie that we tell ourselves is that we are actually adults and that we don't feel like kids. I wish more adults told me growing up that we all feel as if, or that at least adults still felt that they were not really adults all the time, right? Maybe some are like that, but I think the majority of us still feel like we're still growing, we're still becoming something, you know? So, yeah, that's my thought.
The day you stop growing is the day that you die.
That's great. Your audio is so wonky right now. I don't know where you're coming from. Something's going on.
From the car is a mess.
Okay. Hey, last question, because then I have to go. You had a van full of girls. You had a van full of young girls planned. All the parents knew about it. It looked like it was a party. Want to make sure we're setting this up right. Where are you going?
Soccer. It was
it
was the whole team. Coach Steve, if you're listening, I don't know if you could check in here. Probably the best coach. I'm a better coach because of Coach Steve for sure.
Wow.
But he rented a 15-passenger van to take the entire team down for about an hour and a half drive. Normally it would be like, all driving separate, getting stuck in traffic. Some people are late, some people are early. We did that growing up. Like we traveled for sports. It wasn't my favorite. It was a big part of sports. But I think for this first time for most of the girls, it was a really positive, soccer travel experience.
Awesome.
But it was a lot more mellow. Did not need to break out didn't have to break out the earplugs. It was very positive. Good team building experience. I was very thankful to be able to get to know some of the girls better than just through practice. So yeah, 2 thumbs up.
Oh, that's awesome. Coach Steve. Let's get Coach Steve on. I'm assuming he's also a parent. He's not just a coach.
He is a parent and a coach. He also coaches 2 other teams. One of the teams he doesn't have kids on. He's just super committed, very thoughtful in his coaching and setup. Really good planner.
I want to ask Coach Steve how he has that time.
He has I think he's a financial planner. He does work from home. His kids are schooled at home, so I think maybe that I don't know what a homeschool day looks like. I don't know if that gives more time or not. I'm assuming he's just a better planner than I am.
I'm assuming if we sat down with him and we're like, let's talk about how our heads work.
He's very, I think he's a great black and white thinker. We even had some really good conversations on marriage and stuff and relationships. So I'm thankful for that time too. So all in all, if your kids are on a sports team, shove them into a van, folks, and see what happens.
All right, chill.
With windows, van with windows.
As a reminder, you're still more than welcome whenever you want to set up the more relationship, marriage type of streams. Whenever you want to.
I do. Let's wait. I got like a week and a half left of school, and then we'll have to jump more into that.
All right, sounds good. All right, dudes. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for checking in. I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. Give your loved ones a hug. And until then, guys, we hope that your mugs stay full of coffee and your hearts full of gratitude. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Love you guys.
Oh, man, such an awkward pause. I'm so sorry. This didn't work out.